what I'm here to offer you today is a whole conversation about all of the ways that we shift our nervous system state that have nothing to do with meditating. This is your ticket out of meditating class if you want other tools to find more safety and more stillness and more peace and balance in your nervous system. If you have resistance to meditation, or you feel like it's not working for you, or you can just tell that your nervous system needs something extra, these are the game changers that also need to be present. We need to be fueling our blood sugar, our gut, our minerals, our hormones, our circadian rhythm, so that we can actually feel steady and calm and balanced in our lives. Hey mama, welcome back to the Thrive Mama podcast. I'm Martina, certified nutrition consultant and holistic health coach and a mama of two, and I'm so glad you're here. I am here to help busy moms unlock their energy, balance their hormones, and break out of burnout using nutrition as a foundation. So on this podcast, we will dive into actionable strategies on nutrition, nervous system healing, and aligning with your cycles, with a healthy dose of relatable motherhood thrown in, all designed to help you move past surviving to actually thrive in motherhood. Let's do this. I would bet you money that if I told you right now to start managing your stress, one of the first tools that you would come up with is meditation. And listen, I'm a daily meditator. I love it. I love it. It has transformed my nervous system, and it's something that I help my clients weave into their lives in ways that make sense for them. Because the truth of the matter is, working with our breath and our mind in that way is incredibly transformational. But, big but here, meditation is not the only way to shift your nervous system state. And in fact, it may not even be the most important way. So many moms are out here trying to manage their stress, trying to reduce their overwhelm. And when they sit down to meditate, it feels so out of reach. They feel like they're bad at it. They feel like it's not helping. Who has time to build that into their day anyway? And what I'm here to offer you today is a whole conversation about all of the ways that we shift our nervous system state that have nothing to do with meditating. This is your ticket out of meditating class if you want other tools to find more safety and more stillness and more peace and balance in your nervous system. Because it ain't all about meditating, mama. The truth is, if your nervous system is running on chronic activation because your blood sugar's crashing, or your magnesium's depleted, or your gut is a mess, no amount of sitting on a cushion and deeply breathing is going to magically fix your nervous system. You cannot out-breathe an activated body if the root cause is deeper than just stress. So we're going to go through, I think I have like seven game changers that have nothing to do with meditation that you can do without any deep breathing involved that actually transforms your stress state. Number one game changer is balancing your blood sugar. Here's the thing about blood sugar. Every time your blood sugar dips suddenly or crashes below stable baseline, your cortisol and adrenaline run in to save the show. Cortisol and adrenaline is adding to our tension, our tightness, our activation, our feeling of being on edge. So this is an example of a nervous system state that had nothing to do with your mindset and had everything to do with your food. If you went too long between meals, you didn't eat a snack, you were kind of grazing all day, or if you were eating food that caused a big blood sugar spike, both of those things will result in a big crash, which then lets our stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood into the system. So the next time you're feeling stress cycles, or you're like, oh, I really need to reset my nervous system here, one of the first places I have people start is eat a damn snack. Check on your blood sugar. Check on your blood sugar. Do you need some protein in you? Do you need some fiber? We're not skipping meals. We are eating our snacks. This is a meditation-free way to heal stress cycles. Balance your dang blood sugar. And one of the main ways moms get wonky blood sugar is by under eating or going too long between meals because we're busy, we're prioritizing everyone else, we're just like grazing off the scraps on the plate or putting it off for a more convenient time. So if you are looking to reduce stress cycles in your life, start with the blood sugar, eat enough, eat frequently enough, and get your protein and fiber in every time you eat. Number 2, nervous system game changer, that is not meditation, is healing your circadian rhythm. This equals your light environment. So here's the thing about the circadian rhythm. We all know this internal clock that tells us when to wake, when to sleep. It also runs a lot of our digestive function and our hormone patterns, both of which are closely tied to our stress cycles. If you want to hear more about how the nervous system and the gut are connected, you need to go back to episode like 31 because we dive way deeper into that connection. But the gut has a direct impact on how the nervous system operates. And our hormones, of course, impact our stress and our mood. So the circadian rhythm is like this overarching like conductor of these systems. It keeps them all running together, like keeps them on the beat, right? It keeps us all in the same time. And if the circadian rhythm is out of whack, the gut and hormones are also out of whack, which means our nervous system is out of whack. Now, the circadian rhythm is able to keep the beat of our body based on light, based on our light environment. We have receptors behind our eyes that signal to our brain, to our hypothalamus in the brain, what time it is. The sunlight changes throughout the day with certain concentrations of UV and infrared light, and it signals to the body what time it is. So we know when our digestion should be roaring, and we know when our digestion should be sleeping, and we know when our cortisol should be highest and when it should be winding down for melatonin to rise and sleep. Like all these systems work in a flow during the day. But if we spend our day with blue light pounding our eyeballs, not spending any time outside in the sun or wearing sunglasses nonstop, if we are watching our devices late after the sun goes down, or we wake up and immediately turn on fluorescent overheads, we are flooding that hypothalamus in the brain with artificial light signals. The circadian conductor gets so confused about what's going on because the blue light from artificial light and from our devices, our phones, our computers, our TV, it does not mimic the rise and fall of the sun. So our system gets out of whack, and then our gut gets out of whack, and then our hormones get out of whack, and our nervous system feels the impact. So when we heal our circadian patterns, it actually ripples out to create less stress hormones and less stress activation in the body. It creates more capacity in our nervous system just by changing our light. So if you hate sitting your butt down on a meditation pillow, you can change your light and increase capacity for peace in your nervous system. The 2 best ways to do this are get more sunlight and get less blue light. It's really what it comes down to. We can keep it simple here. The sunlight that will be the most healing is first thing in the morning and last thing in the day. So sunrise and sunset are 2 really important times to sort of calibrate to natural light. But even just starting with the morning, create a little ritual for yourself where when you wake up, before you check email, before you flip on all the lights, before you go take a shower, you step outside in the sunlight for like 10 minutes, right? Drink some water, listen to an audiobook. Just take 10 minutes outside in the sun to set up your circadian patterning for the day. It's huge. Then throughout the day, we want to limit artificial blue light wherever we can. So that could look like filters in your devices. Computers and phones often have blue light blocking settings. If your phone does not look red, it is not strong enough. Okay, you should be able to see a difference when you shift blue light settings. If you're watching the video of this podcast, I'll show you mine here so you can see what I'm talking about. This is what my phone looks like all of the time. Okay, this is a blue light blocking app that is on my phone. If you spend significant time on your phone or on your computer during the day, you should have blue light protection on those devices. If you can't do that, you should have blue light glasses that block the blue light as much as possible. And they should be orange lensed. If they're not orange, they're probably not doing shit. So that's really what it comes down to. Block blue light, increase sunlight wherever you can. All right, next game changer for our nervous system that has nothing to do with meditation is increasing fiber and fermented foods. This comes back around to our gut health, right? Go back to episode 31. You can get a deep dive into the connection. But if our gut is out of whack, the nervous system is going to feel it. In fact, it is very challenging to heal the nervous system, even if you're meditating daily, even if you have nervous system practices, if your gut is not thriving. This is one of those we can't heal from the outside in. We can't heal with mindset and affirmations and meditation. We have to heal the gut to shift the nervous system. So anxiety, brain fog, mood dips, stress, they're not just in your head, they are in your gut. And fiber and fermented foods are two of the best ways to start shifting gut health for the better. So think like sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, kombucha, full fat organic yogurt. Like all of these things are rich in probiotic and living bacteria, help to recolonize the gut. And when we pair them with other sources of fiber, namely fruits, vegetables, and legumes like lentils and chickpeas and black beans, these are feeding the good bacteria in your gut that promote balance, that promote more serotonin and dopamine, that make us feel chill and happy and present, that create calm in the body. So game changer number 3, fiber and fermented foods, baby, daily, all day long, get them in as much as you can. All right, nervous system game changer number 4, that has nothing to do with meditation, is minerals. Here's the truth. Minerals are like the spark plugs of our cells, and your nervous system thrives on minerals. Things like magnesium, potassium, selenium, they all help the nerves actually fire. And because the nervous system uses minerals, hear this, the more our nervous system is activated, the more minerals we need. That makes sense, right? If a machine needed a certain kind of fuel and that machine needed to work twice as hard as usual, it would need twice the fuel, right? The nervous system is the same. The nervous system is activated in stress cycles more consistently. It's burning through the fuel. It's burning through the minerals. This is one of the reasons that so many moms and women out there are depleted in minerals, because our stress and anxiety levels are statistically higher than men, tend to be more chronic, and we burn through our minerals more quickly, which actually doesn't even speak to the fact that hormonal birth control and pregnancy and breastfeeding and postpartum all impact our mineral stores in a huge, huge way. So if we're not intentionally replenishing, we're probably low in minerals. So this is another daily practice. We are bringing the minerals back in. In fact, I have a free mineral guide that I put together because it's such a cornerstone of energy and thriving. So you can check out the show notes to grab that free mineral guide. You'll see recipes that you can incorporate, including my chocolate avocado mousse, which I know sounds really bizarre, but is actually so creamy and so good. It's one of my favorite bedtime snacks. There's recipes for a mineral smoothie, and there's recipes for daily electrolyte drinks that you can make at home, no supplements required, to fuel your mineral stores. So if you're working to heal your nervous system or find more peace and balance in your life, incorporating more minerals is a really important game changer to get in every day. Number 5 game changer for your nervous system that's got nothing to do with meditation is caffeine. Okay, you're gonna hate me just a little bit as we talk through this, but listen, coffee, specifically coffee or like energy drinks, I put those in the same category. These concentrations of caffeine are causing spikes in your cortisol, are draining our minerals even faster, and are making our blood sugar respond in big ways. And as we've already talked about, these are other pillars of our nervous system that we need to be mindful of. So caffeine is rippling out into all of them, plus pushing our nervous system into a wired, activated state. This is especially true with coffee on an empty stomach, but really coffee intake in general. If you are healing your nervous system or struggling with anxiety in any way, coffee is not your friend. And I wish it was. I wish it was, because I know we love it. And I know the ritual of it feels really important. And I know for some of us, it's a literal lifeline to keep going in our days. But it is actually making our anxiety spirals or our stress cycles, our nervous system activation worse. So, a couple things you can try. If you are not willing to shift your coffee drinking, you can shift when it's happening. So pushing it back in the morning, just a little bit. So it's not right away when you wake up. Give it a couple of hours and then drink it after breakfast. Okay, not before, not even with, drink it after breakfast. This will align better with your natural cortisol patterns, and it allows there to be a sort of digestive buffer so that you already have protein and fiber in your stomach when you're drinking the coffee. That will help its metabolism. If you've been around me for even like 2 seconds, you probably know I'm obsessed with matcha. I love how it makes me feel. It gives you the caffeine boost while still creating balance in your body. And it does not activate your nervous system the same way. It's actually really healing for the cells. So if you're not willing to give up the caffeine, but you're willing to experiment a bit, try swapping out your coffee with matcha and see how you feel. There is always an adjustment period with coffee because the way coffee works is it actually like suppresses our tired signaling in the brain and cuts off communication for that pathway. So it's not giving us more energy. It's actually just hiding the signals that we're tired. So that means when we stop drinking coffee, all that neurotransmitter signaling, it's called adenosine. All the adenosine comes flooding back in to our system and we feel even worse. So be prepared for an adjustment period. But after a few days, a week, you should feel even more steady in your energy and way less anxious in your nervous system. Number 6, nervous system game changer that has nothing to do with meditation is your phone notifications. Some of you aren't going to like this one either, but here's the thing. Our nervous system was not designed for constant stimulation, for a constant input of new stimuli. We are designed to have white space around us. We are designed to be present with what is and respond to what is when it happens. But so many of us move through our day in pure reactivity, and our phones are a big culprit. So phone use in general is definitely impacting our nervous system, right? There's studies on this. We already talked about the blue light impact on our hormones in our gut, our circadian rhythm, but there's also just the nervous system impact of the constant intake of new information, new stimulation, new unknown stressors that can pop up at any point on your algorithm. And there is the notification game of disruption in the flow of the moment. So when our phone dings at us and we were present on cooking dinner and the kids were also asking us something, now we're multitasking 3 ways. The notification tricks us into thinking it's urgent when in fact, it's probably just a text about who's bringing what to the dinner Saturday, and you still have 3 days to respond to that, right? But it feels urgent in the moment because of the way we've been conditioned around notifications. So obviously, this is personal to your life, to your flow, to your relationships, but I really recommend you experiment with going notifications mute as much as possible. I have my phone on do not disturb all of the time. My wife is the only person that has a like push through permission. So she dings every single time. We have young kids. Sometimes it is semi-urgent, right? That like we communicate quickly, but otherwise there are no notifications, texts, emails, Instagram, phone calls. It is all on do not disturb. That may feel crazy to some of you, but I have spoken to my close relationships and they know that I don't have an immediate response time. If it is really urgent, you can call my wife. You can send multiple messages in a row. Do not disturb has a setting where it's like if people call 2 or 3 times in a row, it does push through and ring. So people know this, right? I've set up expectations so my parents aren't feeling hurt when I don't respond right away. And I have set times of day where I check notifications. And I can do that with focus and intention. So I'm responding to everybody's texts at once. So I'm checking my email all at once. So I'm on Instagram all at once. And it's not seeping into multitasking. Multitasking is so tough on the nervous system. So if you're looking for ways to shift your nervous system state without having to sit down and meditate, look at your relationship with your phone. Look at how your notifications are impacting. All these little micro interruptions are actually incredibly taxing for the way our nervous system was designed to work. So something to experiment with. Go notification mute for a week and just feel how much more focused and spacious you feel when you are not being interrupted and you can engage with your phone on your terms. All right, number 7, nervous system game changer, that's not meditation, is progesterone. Really cycle syncing in general, but I'm going to zoom in on progesterone for just a moment. So you all know I talk about cycles a lot, and I teach about aligning both our food and our energy to our cycles because it is a foundational way for us to signal safety to the body, for us to actually be with the unique needs of each phase. And I'm zooming in on progesterone here because progesterone is one of our calming hormones. It's really grounding. It's like warming in the body, and it actually works with our nervous system, kind of like a natural chill pill. Progesterone is designed to be highest in the last 1 to 2 weeks before your period. And you may be thinking that that is the time of your cycle that you feel the least chill, the 1 to 2 weeks before your period. But that is because a lot of us need more progesterone. Progesterone is another hormone that is depleted in stress cycles. Progesterone is what's called a master hormone, which means the body can use progesterone to produce other hormones, including stress hormones. So when there are activations in our stress cycles, the body will steal progesterone from our reproductive cycle and use it to make stress hormones because that's the immediate danger. But when that happens regularly, it leaves us depleted in progesterone, which is exactly what we need to feel less stressed, right? Progesterone is also seriously depleted by the birth control pill, by certain environmental toxins, by circadian rhythm patterning, by so many lifestyle things that a lot of us are dealing with. So low progesterone is kind of an epidemic out here in the world. And really learning each phase of our cycle, learning what nutritional needs are there, learning how to support the hormones through herbs, and learning what energetic boundaries we need to protect our hormones will really shift the balance of estrogen and progesterone and allow our progesterone to continue to thrive. So the game changer here really is deep cycle syncing work. It is actually understanding each phase of your cycle and how to support each one so that by the time you move through ovulation, which is how progesterone is produced, and the luteal phase, which is when we need progesterone, you still have an abundance of this calming hormone. And that premenstrual phase doesn't feel like an irritation spiral. It actually can feel really grounded and calm and allow us to be more steady throughout our entire cycle. So if you're looking for somewhere to start with that, I do have a Cycle Keepers workshop. This is my sacred cycle syncing period school that you probably should have learned, but actually never got because we don't talk about these things. And this period school is a 2-hour workshop that dives deep into all of the phases of the cycle, what the nutrition needs are for each, the herbs, the energy supports, exercise, like how to actually understand your cycle and work with it during each phase. It is a game changer. It's $17. You can grab it below this episode and get instant access to that Cycle Keepers blueprint for your energy and for your hormones. Now, if you want to meditate on top of all of these game changers, that's just amazing. Meditation is so powerful for the body and for the nervous system. But if you have resistance to meditation or you feel like it's not working for you, or you can just tell that your nervous system needs something extra, these are the game changers that also need to be present. We need to be fueling our blood sugar, our gut, our minerals, our hormones, our circadian rhythm, so that we can actually feel steady and calm and balanced in our lives. And if you're ready to feel into what that looks like in practice, my limited edition Energy Unlocked private podcast series is currently live and running. This is a limited time podcast that is open only a few times a year, where I go deeper into how to actually shift out of survival mode, shift out of burnout, and actually unlock your vitality, your energy as a busy mom. The episodes are short but powerful. It's like designed to fit into your busy day, and it's totally free. It's a totally free private podcast. You can sign up and get instant access to those episodes in the show notes below. So grab yourself access while it's still around, and you can go even deeper into really tangible and transformative layers of thriving. So if you enjoyed learning about these game changers, I would love to invite you to leave a review for the show. This really helps us get into the ears of even more moms and create even more support and impact out there in the world. So drop us some stars, send this episode to a mama bestie, and be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any future episodes. So I'm sure we will be connecting in soon. I'll see you on the inside of Energy Unlocked. And until then, take beautiful care of yourself.